Yeah, brother. Let's count it down. 1, 2, 3.
Hell yeah, brother!
That's what I'm talking about.
That is fantastic stuff.
Right, you hear them blowers going. It rained overnight. They're down below the stands trying to blow the concrete dry, and that way is no hazard for someone slipping. But today is the Grand Vic 800 at Lucas Oil, Indianapolis Raceway Park. This is day 2 of events in Indy. This starts about 1:30 in the afternoon, but these are the Grand Vics that will be racing today. Derek with Vice Grip Garages down there. Brad Diaberti, which we met him last year in Bristol. And we used to watch him on a TV show with Joey Logano several years ago. So those are all the cars that will be in the race today. Should be exciting. And here's the lineup for the Indy 800. And this is May 7th for us, Sunday. You'll be seeing this sometime in the next week or the week following it. But the first 2 spots are Cletus McFarland and LS George. And LS George is Buenos Dias. Yeah, that was a pretty bad impression now, wasn't it? So, a fun, exciting day on Sunday in Indy. Right, well, we won't be recording all of this, but right now they're getting ready to start the qualifying laps to see where everyone's going to start in this race. Everyone is getting in place. They're getting in their cars. Earlier I said to Jim, wow, they're suited up. Before you knew it, it was time for them to get out here and qualify. Got a little cooler too. The sun went under the clouds.
Yeah.
Do you know what they said? Hell yeah, brother. They like to pump the crowd up.
Indianapolis Raceway Park is of trimmed out Crown Vics to join the list of legendary winners at this historic venue. This afternoon wraps up an incredible Cletus and Cars weekend with the running of the 2nd annual Indy 800 presented by Heatwave Visual. Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us here at the Speedway, where it has already been an action-packed weekend with a record car counts and an amped-up crowd ready to close out the weekend with some fun and fierce competition on the oval, and for a chance at bragging rights and all of the glory that will come with it. Thank you for tuning in on Cleater Vision. I'm Jake Wilson, happy to be joined by a very busy man this weekend, the voice of the NHRA on Fox and FS1, Brian Lodes. Brian, great to have you here in the booth, taking in your first Cletus and Cars event here. What a weekend we've had, and what a day it's going to be here today. We're going to have 18 Crown Vics getting ready to go for 80 laps, but first, we're going to set the field with 4 groups of qualifying sessions coming up. Do you have any idea what you've gotten yourself into here today?
Jake, I have watched the YouTube videos. I have done my best amount of research to try to figure out what I'm about to see here, and I'll be honest with you, I don't think they showed me anything.
No. You can take your stats, throw them out the window. This is a wide open race today. Anything can happen. Last year, Brian Deegan went to victory lane, pretty dominant fashion as he was able to get the lead pretty early in this race and hold off the competition. But today, Brian not here. Whole cast of characters here today that are looking to try to take home. You heard Cletus mention it in the video, big block 632 engine on the line here today from the folks at Summit, and we are just set and ready to go here as the first few cars are getting ready to roll out onto the speedway. We're going to have some awesome onboard cameras. There you see Cletus himself on board. You're also going to have Brad DeBerti as well as Roman Atwood. They're going to be carrying some onboard cameras for you. We're going to be keeping you updated as our qualifying sessions go. We'll have a couple different variations, 5 cars in one of the sessions, 4 over in the other. Should make for a great race.
You can catch us on pay-per-view too.
Somehow Tom Bailey has already got fast enough to be losing half of the decal on the side of the automobile. We have not begun qualifying.
Well, Tom was going pretty fast there yesterday, but not quite fast enough competing against Mullet yet.
Yeah, Tom Bailey, the very well-known star of the drag and drive world, has a 250-mile-an-hour street-legal Camaro that he came out for.
Sub 30-second
there's
lap.
something different going on here.
What'd you do out there, brother? How'd you get in the 20s?
And the guy
well,
that
I
came
gotta
in
be honest.
first
I think there's something wrong with my car.
Be at the tail end of the of the lap. He will start
Oh,
last.
it's too fast.
That number 18
It must be all the dents
to
that you
start.
have on it from
So they
crashing into
are
other
inverting
drivers.
it,
It's created
starting
a
with
golf ball
18
effect,
back,
making it
with
more
one
aerodynamic.
being at the back end.
All right, so I
of
qualified
the
17th,
starting lap.
and since
This
it's my
should be
race and I
very
decided to invert the
interesting.
field, JH is going
So
to
it's
Stack
pretty
the field
sad
back up.
that I could
All
not
sorts of mayhem
record
happens
our
after
national
that.
anthem,
These guys
the
are going
United
to be
States of
fighting for
America's
position.
national
It's gonna-
anthem.
like I said,
I did
keep in
that
mind,
one
they've
year
got
at a
that NOS
race.
boost.
And
Don't
they
wanna- and the inversion of the field.
demonetized
We can
the
also touch
video.
on that.
So
Yeah,
I
so
don't
completely
know with
different
someone
from last
singing
year
with
where,
no background
Doc
music
Carter
if
Mitchell,
I'd
he
be
got to start on
okay.
the front row,
I'm
he
going
got
to have to
cruise
check
off
into
and
that
ride off to the sunset
because
early on in the
it
race.
was
He
sang
doesn't have that luxury this
so
year.
beautifully,
Clearly, he's got a
and I
fast
would have
car.
loved to
He's
share
starting
it
at
with
the
you.
rear of the field along on these
Interviewing
events.
Heat Wave
You
that
you've raced
sponsors
in
this
Les
event.
Moulins. How do you feel about being out here on the big track? What did it feel like?
I'm pretty excited to be out here with you guys banging doors and to be my second Crown Vic race. And this is definitely a lot bigger and faster track. It's a little bit more intimidating, but yeah, I'm just gonna go out there and see what we can do.
Yeah, man, and the Heat Wave car looking clean, brother. Looking real clean. So, all right, brother, we'll see you out there. Let her rip. All right, we'll go over here to my arch nemesis, JH. 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 Brother, off a big W in the burnout rivals class. How'd you feel last night to finally win a burnout contest?
It felt great that I won, but winning the gas are just not a great feeling. But
How does JH Diesel win a burnout contest in a gas truck?
you found out last night, I guess.
The funny thing is, guys, JH has had this 6-liter Silverado sitting in his
Sorry about that.
shop's yard for 4 years. And all they do is put trash in it and drive it to his burn pile. And I was like, dude, let me just go get the Silverado. I'll have jack stand weld the diff, cut the exhaust off it, and you'll love it. And look now, dude, you won a burnout contest in a $3,000 truck.
That's all it takes, guys. So anybody thinking about getting in it, $3,000, man, can get you a win.
That's right, guys. Anyone bringing their own burnout car next year? No! All right, I'm gonna hold you guys all to that. I'm gonna hold you all to that. All right, oh, here's Ty. Who here's a fan of Ty the Fabricator? I think all the drivers should be clapping right now because this man welded every single roll cage in every single one of these cars.
Wow.
Let's hear it for Ty. That's no small task. Ty, what do you want to do when we get back to the shop this week?
Weld some more.
Just want to weld some more. What do you want to weld?
Anything and everything. We got some jet boats we got to get fixed up.
What about toast?
Oh, man. I had some trauma watching that one hit the wall. We're going to have to fix that, though.
That's more of a cutting job.
I'm going to need a cutting torch for a welder.
All right, well, Ty, qualified number 4. I am impressed. Brother, I'll see you out there. All right, thanks, Ty. The number 1 hustler, Zach Walker. Come on. I don't remember the exact number, but in the month of March, Zach averaged over 90 hours of work a week clocked in. So that's a lot of work for anyone who knows. Let's hear it for Zach. I mean, I think the week of TX2K, he got like 109 hours in 1 week. And then the rest were like 80 or 90, so dude. And no small feat getting these Crown Vics here. You ready to rip?
Dude, I'm ready to rip. More importantly, I'm ready to win that big block and go put it in my Fairmont.
There you go, there you go. Who wants to see Zach win today? There you go, buddy. We'll see you out there. Keep the mic pointed that way.
There he is.
Buenos dias! Baby, we're out here to win today. Just like Matt, I ain't going easy, I ain't going soft, I ain't blown a tire yet, and I ain't trying to start the day.
We're going to get up front. We already are up front. We're going to stay up front. And you just better hope you can catch up. Because it didn't work last time.
All right, who's here? Who here's a fan of George and the Blazers? Yeah, that's what I like to hear, brother. Are you ready? I'm ready. All right, man. My boy George, dude, your car looks good. Is this the same one from the 500? Oh yeah, that's right. You didn't race the 500. The guy was in Key West. Unbelievable. Hey, you want to say hi to your wife?
Oh yeah, I'd love to. Hey guys, wife and kids are at home. I love you guys. Wish me luck. I'll be coming home with a big block, baby.
Hey, friendly reminder to all the dads and husbands here. Mother's Day is next week. Can't say it enough. Don't miss that. All right.
Here we go, Derek at
My
Vice Grip
boy
Garage.
Derek, how are you feeling? Who here's a Vice Grip fan? Hell yeah.
Sorry, there's a post
So
in my
Derek,
way.
your foot is doing better, huh?
It's a lot better. Yeah, thanks for all the work you guys put in these cars, made them safer. Appreciate it.
Hey brother, we're trying. I mean, it's like we did this triple door bar roll cage, and then we were melting feet. It's like one thing after the next. But I think now, thanks to you connecting us with DEI, we now have some heat protection. So hopefully it will not melt your foot.
Yeah, I think these cars are absolutely dialed. Give me 5 laps, I'll be up front.
5 laps and Derek will be in the front. We'll see. Oh, you got the
he's pointing
heel
at someone.
protector on? Smart. Look at that. DEI gave us these heel protectors. I might throw one on too. All right, and then up here, Tom Bailey. Let's hear it for Tom Bailey, guys. I gotta say this, Tom, even though you're gonna hate me for it. This is the oldest guy in the race today. But he's also the fastest. All right,
Sorry,
so
guys.
Tom Bailey, last minute entry. We brought this car for Tony Stewart, but he couldn't do it for insurance reasons. And you're like, hey, let me get that car. He strategically texted me, I'll take Tony's car if Tony can't do it. And I was like, hey, that's kind of a good idea. So here we are. We got Tom Bailey out here ready to rip. How you feeling?
I'm not sure about this front row thing. I was kind of hoping to like lay in the middle and then try and make something. Now I guess I got to set the pace.
Yeah, that's the beauty of the inverted field is you just get thrown into the mix of it. And, I've got to give a thanks to my boy Tom Bailey. Without his car strategically parked in that Colorado parking lot, 7 years ago, Cletus McFarland may not be a thing. So big thanks to Tom Bailey for making this all possible. Do you ever think about that? Like, my whole career stemmed from one video, right? And what if you broke a valve spring that day and didn't make it to that parking lot, right? And your car wasn't there? Like, what would I be doing now? What would we all be doing right now? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, the whole world would have been different. Like, we're not sure what that alternate reality would look like, but I'm kind of good with the one we're in.
Hey, I'm good with it too, brother. Are you guys good with it? Oh man, that blows my mind. Like, to give you guys some context, the first ever Cleese video, I was walking in the hotel and I saw Tom Bailey's car. And I was like, hey Kyle, pull out your camera, I'll make a funny clip in front of it. And that's how it all happened, so it's just crazy. All right, Tom, good luck out there, brother. We'll see you in a bit.
And that's how they became friends.
All right, let's hear it for our boy Cooper back out here racing. Come on. Front of the pack, brother. After not racing in Crown Vics for a couple years, you're back here leading off, arguably one of the faster tracks of our race.
Okay, no pressure at all. That's perfect.
No pressure. It's hard starting in first because it's hard to go, you can't get any better than first place. So all you got to do, I guess, is just hold everyone off.
Yeah, I was hoping to get behind maybe like a vice grip and just tail him a little bit and kind of push him, but I can say I at least led the Indy 800. So
At one point, you were leading the race, no matter what happens. So
guaranteed on that. so I can clickbait the thumbnail and all that good stuff. YouTube stuff.
Good call, guys. All right, guys, let's hear it for all of our Indy 800 drivers showing up.
All right, we're going to be starting
Back up
soon.
to our announcers in the booth. Let's get this thing started. We got Doug Cook driving the pace car in the Heatwave visual car.
Again,
And,
they're
we're
on
just gonna have a hell of a race,
pay-per-view,
guys. Let's do
and
this.
they have a subscription service that you can
You
see
heard 'em,
all
folks.
of their
We are
races.
just about to-
Right,
Drag
they
racing
just
is now
announced that
among the
Tony
leaders in the
Stewart
nation in his class.
won
Indiana's
the drag
own
race
getting it
top
done here at
alcohol
Lucas
races
Oil.
this
Indianapolis
weekend
Raceway Park
here
over on the drag
at
strip as we're just about
Lucas
set ready to
Oil
go here. As you see that some of
Raceway
the doors
Park
getting
in
shut one
Indianapolis.
final time.
He was
Yeah, everybody
supposed to
wait to get the
race
thumbs up. We had
the
to
number
make sure that we get the
14
safety
down
team
here.
back in place
But
here
due to
over at the
insurance
Oval before we get
purposes,
ready to turn
he
them loose.
couldn't
And
do it.
got some
That's
people
why
checking
you
in
have
right
the
now.
other
Again, if
gentleman
you want to join the
in that
discussion, you
car.
can scan the
So,
QR code.
Tony
Do it
Stewart,
for Dale, of course. We got
congratulations.
James Cole. Yeah, brother. Let's count it down. 1, 2, 3.
Hell yeah, brother!
That's what I'm talking about.
That is fantastic stuff. And
It's getting
you can
ready
see the
to
drivers
start.
all waving to the grandstand as they make yet another lap behind the pace car. Very few of those left. So that upper groove is going to be the kind of groove of last resort. You might see
They're
people head up
honking.
there early if they're going to make a pass. With this inverted field,
right,
we
guys,
know
it's
that the
getting ready to
fastest cars
start.
are at the rear. What we also
He's
know is that
putting
the
away the
fastest
yellow
cars are all
flag.
grouped within about a half a second of each other. So the
gonna be
interplay
green
between
flag
just those
on the
cars
next
maybe
time
having to work
around.
together a little bit to get themselves around cars that are measurably slower. There's going to be multiple
When they
storylines
get
playing
to this
themselves out
curve
on this racetrack at the
on
same time.
turn
We
four,
heard it from several of the
pace car
drivers
will
that
go
they
in,
want to kind of go aggressively
and they'll
earlier
clear
that are
to the
starting
line,
up at the front of the field, but
and they'll
they've
start
got
the
some
race.
drivers ahead of them that were a little bit off the pace.
Head into turn number
Race
3.
cars coming in.
Field working their way down through turns 3 and 4. Doug Cook from Motion Raceworks has got the car down on the in the pit road there as we are set and ready to go as the field coming out of
There's the
turn
green.
3 and
There's
4.
the
Green flag is in the air and the Indy 800 is underway. 3 almost 4 wide as they head down into turns 1 and 2 for the first time, and Tom Bailey is going to jump to the early race lead. They go side by side behind him for second. The 1776 of Derek from Vice Grip Garage, and of course here comes the number 3 LS George on the outside. Look at that chaos mid-pack.
Cars diving all over the place. The fact that Bailey escaped that 3-wide situation may have been more linked
Here they
to
come.
self-preservation than race car driving talent, but he maintains his lead in the area now in third. LS George hanging the front.
Here comes the rest of the field working their way around all the way. Look at that, using 3 different
LS
lanes.
George in
Some cars
second,
down on the
and
bottom,
Derek
up in the
Vice
middle, and
Grip
then
in
up
third.
against the outside wall. But about a 3-car now,
Are they going to
4-car
have the tires
breakaway
to do
out
80
in
laps?
front. There you see our race leader, the number 14.
George has a decent run on Bailey here coming off of turn number 4. He set himself up for what could be a nice passing situation here in turn number 1. We'll see if he can make anything out of it.
There's the 1776 car in the top. Up into the top spot there. Good 3-car breakaway, nose to tail from turns 1 and 2, side by side. Back
All right,
behind
we're
them.
not gonna bore
There
you
see
with everything, but
Matt
we'll come back
Demolition Ranch
throughout
on the
the race.
inside trying to hold
Right,
it.
lap
This
10
could be the old
is a
rope-a-dope
caution,
strategy. It worked for Muhammad
and I'm
Ali against
thinking
George
it's a
Foreman. I don't know if it's going to work for
competition
Cletus against Nick Seuss here, but we could
to
find
see
out.
how everyone is
So
done
I would have
after
to
the
say,
first 10 laps.
really impressive. Sides in front of the 11 of Nick
took
Seuss,
the
but can he
lead.
complete the pass?
And
Can
the
he take the
21st
race
lap.
lead? Yes,
Yes,
he
he has.
can. New race
Got
leader,
it.
the 70 of Brad Liberty.
And one has to wonder, with this guy's level of race experience, is this the worst guy possible to have in a lead position now? Out of anybody in here, in theory, he is the best at hanging
Now
on to
can
him.
he hold
I
the
we talk
lead?
about it sometimes in the NASCAR world.
For
There are
60
certain
more
drivers,
laps.
they are tough.
who is it?
McFarland has gone around. The middle of
Lead us.
turns 3 and 4. The number 4 car is off the pace.
And we know that car has been struggling early, and if those struggles continue as he lost the handle on it, trying to push the car around 3 and 4 to make up any sort of ground. Lost the handle on the race car, spun around, didn't hit anything, was struck by nobody because, frankly, he was out in the middle again. McFarland goes around at 1 and 2. There's probably something coming out of the motor in that thing, or at this point, he's just out for an exhibition.
Yeah, Cletus is clearly not happy with his race car, but I
Is
mean,
he
a
out
nice
for an
save down at turns number
exhibition,
3
like they
and
said?
4. All by
Man,
his
that's a
lonesome,
tongue
all by
twister.
himself. Cletus at the
Now the
tail end
pace
of the
car's
field.
out, and we have a
not
caution.
happy with that race car.
Oh, we got one in the wall. Tom Bailey at number 14. He took over for Tony Stewart.
The 14 machine, we'll get a good look at it as he comes by. There it is, right front tire down on the 14 of Tom Bailey. He was going for it.
His tire's flat.
1 and 2.
There's no
The right
rules
front,
here.
it looks like
He's
we
going
may
to back
have our
into the
first
pits.
victim. However, if we do have one of the spare cars available, which we do, Bailey's going to park it right there on the front stretch, and he'll have the option, if he wants to jump out of that car and jump into one of the spare cars.
And I speak as a drag race primarily announcer. I am not quite shocked that the first guy to get knocked out of the field here by his own hand is the drag race.
Yeah, sorry.
He's a drag racer.
Left turns here,
That's
I'm owning it. That's what the kids call
So
owning it
he
right
might
now.
be able to get into one of those
Let's upgrade
cars. It
for
will be
Bailey.
his choice.
And it's done. All that.
Number
Record car,
14
here's another one.
reappeared. They
Well,
said
we
it's
didn't have
like
to set
a
it and
cooking
forget it or
show.
anything
Put it
like
in the
that, but
oven,
we are
and it's
ready
done.
to go here as they're going to... Looks like they have to make it
We're
there,
under
too.
caution,
Yeah, Bailey
and I
has
know you
left
hear
his
them
mark there.
talking, but do you see
Now,
all
you know,
that
he's
water there?
different color car
That
now.
is
He'll have
from
an
the
opportunity
rain
to-
that we
No, see,
had
this is
last
the-
night.
we're showing here, that's
Evidently,
the
it rained about
temporary
3
car.
a.m.,
Yeah,
which
that is formed
we
from
did
all
not
of the
hear.
crazy
We
rain
were
that we had
dead
here
tired
last night.
in
There
the
we go.
hotel
There we go.
room.
That's
But
Deegan. That is
at
Lake
4:45
Deegan.
this morning,
Very-
I heard
all 6
sirens.
gallons of it.
Find out later, those were tornado
But hey,
warnings.
What a job by
Everything turned out
not only on
okay.
the drag
If there
strip
were a
side, but over here
problem,
to
the
get this facility
hotel
race
would have
ready.
let us
There were
know.
folks here early.
Right, there's
The
Ellis
situation
George.
we've
He
taken
just
as far as
lost a
entering the
tire.
pits. He is going to shed the tire casing completely. You can enter the pits from the first
He's
turn,
trying
from the
to
third
turn
turn, from the
around
fourth turn.
and do it
Nobody's trying
right.
to drive over the pond to get in there yet,
There
but we
are
may by the end of the
no
race.
rules.
Yeah, we're trying to watch the replay here. It looks like
And
we
the
caught the
Lucas
tail
Oil
end of it.
800.
And then that continued on down the front stretch. It started, it looked like, coming into turn number 3. And it took an ultimate
All right,
run.
we had a
Ride
wreck
more
in
dirty.
turn
It's
4.
riding home now, as you see.
We're
A lot
at
of that coolant and fluid
55
pouring
laps
out of
in.
the front of that machine. And we have two very torn up race cars. This is going to definitely end the day for the 50. And if I'm the 113, I think my day might be done as well.
Man, we have taken front. They're going to have to put a third shift on the Ford Crown Victoria front end parts department in the factory
So
here
that one
because
will
we
probably
have
be out
just
soon.
torn these things to pieces.
To see that
Must
he
not
is
be
all right.
starting.
Oh man,
You've got
hard
that
into the wall was
crew
the
out there to help
113,
him.
and from that just absolutely nowhere to go. So the 113 clearly right front tire went down, goes into the outside wall, and if you were just watching the replay, Matt, he it's almost like it startled him. He locked the brakes up, unable to get that thing turned. It's straight into the back and into the outside wall. That was a hard hit
Now
for
here's
the
the
50
other
of
car.
Matt Demolition Ranch.
This is the other one. 113.
Good to see that he's moving around in the race car there. We'll see if,
a new front
yeah, it
tire.
looks like the 113, but that thing is toast.
They're going to jack it up,
We'll
put a
see
tire
what
on
happens.
it, likely just to see if they can get it.
They've
Still
got
clear
most
in
of
this
that
wreck.
speedy drive worked
Having
into the
some
or at
fun.
least placed on the racetrack. Now they've got to
Entertaining
work
the
it in.
crowd.
I would not be
You can
surprised
see
if
'em
once they
working
get
on
this
the
kind of
track
cleared up a
down
little bit,
there.
they're going to tell everybody
They've
under some of
got,
these pace laps, once they get some of those safety vehicles out of the
dry
way,
stuff.
work
Let's
through
call
that,
it kitty
work
litter.
through that, because there's
Now,
going to be a
give me
lot
a
of cars that are
comment
going to be
on that.
passing right through
They've
that
got
spot.
that
And don't
dry-
be surprised if when we do
They're-
go back
they're
to
getting it
green,
off
when
the
they work
track.
through that, you see a bunch of dust flying into the
And
air. That's just
you
part
can
of
see
it.
over here.
But here we
There's
see,
80
coming by
laps to
everybody
go.
here on the
We're
front
at
stretch, going to get a good
59.
look
I
at
don't
it.
know if you can see
The
it,
tattered
'cause it's so
remains
bright
of
out
the 50 machine.
The Crown Vic parts with the towel back. Call me after the race. They can make it.
You didn't hit the wall initially. You hit the heat wave car. What happened?
He locked up all of his tires, it seemed like, and he slammed into the wall right in front of me, and so then I just slammed into him. And then he took off, and I was stuck.
Yeah, man, you were dead on arrival. That car was leaking. You were stuck, but the guys checked you out in the medevac, and you're good to go, right?
Yeah, they said I was stronger than before.
Stronger than before. How many fingers am I holding up?
I can't see that far.
It's a
All right,
fun
guys,
time,
give it up for Matt. Put up a valiant effort here today. Did a great job. Back to you, Brian.
All right, we're
And
under
we are setting up
caution.
for
5 laps to
next
go,
of a
and
finish.
caution is out.
5 laps still remain on the scoreboard as Doug Cook has made his way out onto the speedway for what he hopes will be the final time that the pace car has to be out onto the speedway. But now it's go time.
It is go time. There is really nothing left you need to leave on the table at this point. You can push all your chips into the center. If I'm DeBerti, now is the time to maybe throw any sort of caution to the wind, probably defy your own instincts as a race car driver, do the thing you're not supposed to do in the textbook, because at 5 laps left, the position he's in, he needs it.
Yeah, we're watching this replay here.
Now this
I
is
don't
different than
think
NASCAR.
there was contact.
When
There
there's
might
a
have been just a
caution, they do
little
not
bit of
count
contact
the laps
between the
that they're
88 and the 7
taking
that got that
under
88
It'll
loose.
stay
But
at
man,
75
you
laps
saw,
when
he
they
has no issues
restart
doing
with 5
burnouts,
to
but
go.
man, he's got no problem drifting.
Here we are, going back to Greek. 5
And the green
laps
flag
to
is
go.
blown on the gas first.
Let's go.
Which is all the way down to the bottom of the racetrack, trying to gain as many positions as he can. Side by side for the race lead up front, the 88 on the inside,
are
78
fighting it
to the
out.
outside. That's
Look
been the
at that
story
gap
for the last
between the
20
two
laps.
and the
Who's it going to be? Dr.
cars
Parker
behind.
Mitchell confidently up into third. Here comes Brad DeBerti looking for fourth.
DeBerti's going to maybe experience some contact here. No, Brett from PFI was making big room on him coming into the bumper of DeBerti, but he got on the brakes. And now we see those 1 and 2 cars getting the second to go. Dr. Parker Mitchell starting to separate
You know, it
themselves
makes you
here with
dizzy,
4
doesn't
laps
it?
to go. The
So 4
KSR
laps to
78
go.
up
Let's
in
see
front
how
of
this
JHD.
turns out.
It
It's been
is
so much
in the air.
fun
Final
watching the
time
guy
here for
with the
Indy
flag.
800.
He's telling them 1 lap to go.
Diesel throwing the car sideways into 1 and through 2. He's smoking the tires again.
If JH Diesel's going to get it done, he's got to do it now. Everybody fighting for every position they can here on the final time.
like
Down
the
the back
78.
straightaway, the 78 of Kevin Smith and the KSR 78. Clear out in front by about 5 car lengths, and here they come. Out of turn number 4, it's going to be the 78 of Kevin Smith and KSR. Who wins the Indy 800 presented by Raceway Visual.
Done a masterful job of this entire race by Kevin Smith. Talk about having contact. We got
Roman Atwood going around in turns number 1 and 2. What a race. J.H. Diesel, oh so close. He's going to bring it home in second. Brad DeBerti is third. Roman Atwood in fourth. Brent from PFI Speed getting the top 5. 6 goes to Derek from the Vice Grip Garage. Dr. Parker Mitchell, 7th place finish. Cletus McFarland will finish in 8th. Zach Walker's going to go 9th. Todd Brown will finish in 10th, rounding out your top 10. And it's time to burn it down here at the front stretch. KSR, Kevin Smith, your winner of the 2nd annual Indy 800.
Doing some burnouts down there.
What a great
They're all doing burnouts. They're burning their tires. Look at this.
half a dozen 4.6 liter Ford motors on the chip all at the same time.
How many motors are going to blow?
Events are awesome. You
This
got
is the fun of Cletus and Carl.
like they won this thing.
It is bedlam out there. They're going to be able to see this cloud from space.
Awesome shots from the
there's the
drone,
drone.
as always, as Kevin Smith parks it right here on the front
And the
straightaway.
winner.
He's getting ready to climb out. If you're not on your feet already, Lucas Oil, Indianapolis Raceway Park, make some
There's
noise for your
Cletus.
winner of the 2nd annual Indy 800. It's Kevin Smith.
What a crowd for their 2nd time here.
You got our winner.
Brad DeBerti, I think, was 3rd.
Line with the man who has done it yet again.
There is
Kevin
Ellis
Smith!
George.
Here you go, bud. What a wild ride. You put on an amazing performance starting back in the pack, conserving the car, playing it smart. Man, that was a really good job, and then you finished with multiple car lengths on that final lap, dude. Amazing performance yet again. Kevin, what do you have to say?
Whew, that was tough. This old man's
All right,
tired
Brad
after that
gets
race.
out with his camera.
But hey, thanks for all you guys coming out. That's what makes this stuff awesome. Appreciate Cletus putting this thing on. Ditto Tires for sponsoring the event. Heatwave for sponsoring the event. Whew, I'm tired. Thank you guys for all coming out.
It's hard to see.
Kevin, not so conservative, dude. You were freaking front of the
I can't
pack
get
for
down there
a
to
lot
get
of
it.
laps there. You just figured out a line, huh?
Yeah, believe it or not, that was actually conserving. No right front tire.
Yeah, no right front tire. So that's the original tire that Kevin started
Safe
on.
travels.
Let's take a look at how his tire's looking. Oh my God! Brother, look at that! Cords are
The
showing.
tires. Oh, the
That's
cords
the
are
amazing
showing.
thing about these Nitto tires. What other tire can last that many laps of just hardcore racing, dude? Kevin Smith making it happen. Let's hear it for Kevin. And then I believe second place is JH. Is that official? And you're 3? All right, JH. JH. JH.
Hey, big shout out to JH for running me clean. Like, we raced hard for a long time there at the end. Never had contact. Like, it was awesome. It was freaking great racing.
Hell yeah. Dude,
Good
JH,
sportsmanship.
second place, man. You were out there with Kevin for so long. What happened? It looked like your right front tire was just done.
Yeah, my 2 right tires were completely done, and Kevin just had the line. Every time I tried to get around him, sometimes he would just keep pulling. I'm just,
The guy's a magician, man. Well, second place, that's a hell of a spot to finish, but if you ain't first, you're last, brother. Let's go look at your tire. I gotta see this. Let's see JH's tire real quick. This has gotta be close. Leah Stewart, everyone, make some noise. Brother, got you a trophy today, man. How's that feel?
That's awesome. This is, you guys get to hang out where I grew up and cut my teeth in oval track racing here at IRP, and won midget races, sprint car races on this track, and get to win the drag strip now. Pretty cool.
Hey, it's awesome to see you out here, Tony, and great to meet you this weekend. Maybe we can get you out here in one of these races one day, but congrats on the trophy. Hold that thing up. Let's see here. Let's hear it for Tony Stewart, man. Making it happen today. That's awesome. What'd you run in the finals?
525, 273 mile an hour. So didn't have to be as fast as we were in qualifying. You just had to get there first today. But hey, I want to give you props. I mean, you put this whole event together. You put it together this weekend for the alcohol dragsters and alcohol funny cars to come race with you guys. The event that you put on, and to see the excitement that everybody in the crowd yesterday and today, see how much fun everybody was having. This was an awesome event. You are a kick-ass promoter, bud.
Hey, thank you, Tony. That means so much.
That is
So much, man. All right, guys, let's hear it for all the drivers in the Indy 800. Tony Stewart, the NHRA. Make some noise, guys. Come on.